Hello, beautiful ones. This is Lorelei from the Tightrope to 5D Music Reactions. And if you wonder about that strange name, stick around because I'm going to give you a special message about this historic shift from the third dimensional consciousness to the fifth dimensional consciousness for the entire population of the planet. Never before happened. But first, let's look at the wonderful Dimash do this song called Angel Love, which I've heard very good things about. So let's see it. Effect of those lights all coming down. Isn't that something?
Sen mаған махаббат сыйладың дүние дидарын құс болып ұштың самғай құш жолын іздеп талмай махаббат өмірдің бақыты.
This is very poetic. He says, you gave me love, you gave me something or other, I forgot what it was, and I'm flying, something like I'm flying like a bird. Love is happiness in my life.
Махаббат өмірдің
Love is a moment of feelings.
шақоту тербейді көңіл тарман армансыз өмір жалған.
A dream excites my soul. Life is meaningless without a dream.
жұлдызым сен жанған.
You are my shining star. Let's hear it again because I mean, this is so powerful, and I don't want you to just hear me telling you what the words are too. Just hear the beauty of it.
Sen маған махаббат сыйладың дүние дидарын құс болып ұштың самғай құш жолын іздеп талмай махаббат өмірдің бақыты махаббат өмірдің жақұты тербейді көңіл тарман армансыз өмір жалған жұлдызым сен жанған. Махаббаттан сүйемін сағынасың білемін сеземін.
He says, my love, I love you, and I miss you, and I know you miss me, and I feel it, and I know it. Kind of like they're connected psychically.
Бар ғұмырда тағдырымда ғажайып күйдің таңдауында бар
You are my magic, and this is the path I choose to be with you.
бағында бір өзің сүйгенім екеуміз ертегі әлемде тербеліп әдемі әуенге.
We are together in a magical world listening to a beautiful melody. Sheer poetry, by the way.
Жаралып жалғыз жарасқан тағдырларымыз махаббат сезім бол ең сұлу беретін жаныма тек сұлу жанымда өзің барда.
You warm my soul when I'm with you with an undying feeling.
Дейтін сезім барда біргеміз әр таңда.
be together every moment. Who does not want this kind of love, ladies? Don't we want this kind of love? This beautiful that he's singing about, and this kind of man that just loves us so powerfully. Oh my goodness. By the way, if you're enjoying this, like my video and like his later, because wow, he is just unbelievable. And subscribe. Let's go back a little bit.
Sönbiden sesim barıda Birgemiz her tanda Mahabbatam,
Oh my goodness. I know he can go up to such high ranges. Amazing.
Mahabbatam, süyümün
We didn't hear it.
tanda Mahabbatam, süyümün Sağınasın sezimi Bölümü Arğımda Tahtırımda Kaşayım Külgümdü
He gets so like into it, you know. He's always so invested. Let's go back a little.
Bölümü Arğımda Tahtırımda Kaşayım Külgümdü Tandavında Bir bahanda Bir üzüm
This is the path I choose to be with you, my beloved. Oh my goodness. He looks like an angel. Look right there with the angel wings. That's unbelievable. Let's go back a little so we can see that again from that beautiful playing of the violins and all. I played the violin for a hot minute when I was young. My teacher said I was good, but you couldn't prove it by me because that is a hard instrument.
你是星星，一如我心，不知道会好的。我该迷雾涌上飞涌，这世界会好的。
Flying through the mist and the clouds, the world will be all right.
眼泪划过点着这个爱人我。
Tears fall and angels sing, love, let me hold your hand. Let's go back a little. See that part again. You have no idea how hard that finger thing is. To make it make that sound with your finger, very hard.
你是星星，一如我心，我知道会好的。我该迷雾涌上飞涌，这世界会好的。眼泪划过点着这个爱人我牵你手，相信希望，拥抱快乐。
I think those might be judges, and they're just blown away. Do you see that? And I love it when he gets so invested. Don't you just love that? That's such a feeling of satisfaction when he just fully invests himself in it. So awesome.
这一刻安静了。
That last word was, he said angel love. Let's go back and hear that again. Hold on. Oh my goodness, my goodness. Woo! Woo! Ah! That is so beautiful. I don't even want to clap because like I feel like it would break the silence. How beautiful was that? Wow. Oh my goodness. This Dimash is so profoundly capable of just bringing us to the heights, isn't he? Just, oh my goodness. And that one, oh, that is such a powerful, just, you know, like the sound of it, it just hits your body like it's so soft, it's so soothing, and that yet so uplifting as well, right? It just feels like you're wrapped up in a cloud, like a beautiful angelic cloud, just by the sound of it, you know? And then, oh my goodness, the words are so poetic. I hope you go back and watch it, you know. Don't forget to like it and go back and watch it so you can see a little better what the words are, because the words are just so poetic and beautiful. And how do I possibly even rate this? You know, I'm talking about like whether it's really very third dimensional fear, pain, suffering, angst, anxiety, etc. And very fifth dimensional love, joy, bliss, peace, abundance, all harmony, all of that. Like it's up there. It's so high, this one. Now, it is talking about human love, but that's like the ideal of human love, isn't it? That a human love that would be so profound and so high vibrational, you know. We want to get our love from the great creator, right? So because human love or one-to-one love can tend to fail us in this third dimensional reality, but still that is the ideal right there, you know. And what happens though in life, sometimes the ideal slips away, you know, after with someone for a while or whatever, but that is truly the ideal. So oh my goodness. How do I rate it? I mean, it's very high. It's very high. I'm going to have to go with like a 9.25 on this one. It's 9.25. It just brought me so far up. Oh my goodness. So, but okay, beloved ones, if you would like to check out, know a little bit about me, you know, you can go to the video about Lorelei on this channel, and that'll also lead you to a longer video, which is about my forged in the fire of third dimensional journey, you know, the third dimensional experiences. And that taught me a lot, which had me create some things that might assist you to raise your vibration up with me as well. So you can check those out on on this description here on YouTube, and drop down to about Lorelei on Patreon. So oh yes, so that's that if you want to check that out. But so okay, let's get to my fifth dimensional message. I'm gonna, by the way, my mom is going downstairs, and you're gonna see a change in the light because I gotta go turn that light off because she just had it on, you know. So she just turned it on. That's what that light change was. So my 94-year-old mother. Let me turn that light down. And now for my 5D message. What is your life plan? I hope you stick around for these fifth dimensional messages, because this is an historic thing. It has never before happened that an entire planet shifted from the low vibrational fear, pain, suffering registry there, the reality, if we will, up to the fifth dimensional reality or consciousness of love and peace and joy and harmony and unity and all of that, abundance for everyone. So that's where we're going. But what is your life plan? So little did you know it, because we each come from what we call a higher self. And there could be a lot of different derivatives of what people call a higher self. For instance, it could be your future self or some other selves. But what I'm talking about when I'm saying a higher self is the self that you came from, that you sort of broke off from and came to this reality to experience life as separate from that self, but also as one with that self. It's kind of like your mother or father, right? Except that is still one with you in a way that your mother and father are not. You're still one with that higher self when you break off. So, so here you come, and you're going to come down here, but there has to be, because this is an extraordinarily difficult thing to do, is to come into the third dimensional reality and forget all about your divine powers and your divine self and how wonderful it is in the realm of love and joy and all that, and just forget all that and come down here and deal with all these life experiences that are not really, a lot of them not that fun. Some of them are great, right? Holding a baby or going swimming, taking a nice hot bath, going in the ocean, all that's wonderful. But then some of them are not so much fun. And by the way, the ones that are great, that's the reason we come here, so we can experience those great things as well as learn our lessons and whatnot. But then we have the muck and the mire, right? Like the baby comes out of the womb and automatically he's hit with how cold it is here, and my stomach is hungry and nothing's feeding me anymore, and now I want to cry. Somebody smacked me on the butt, right? So that's kind of like how it is for all of us. We're coming to this reality that's got some not so fun things. So I spoke in my last video about the fact that we have these guides that assist us as needed. We can ask them for assistance, but also as we were sort of deciding to come here, we were breaking off. Let's say it that way. We're kind of breaking off, but we come together with our higher self and all the folks that would be our guides and the family and whoever would be interested in or would want to work with us on this life. We come together with them, and we as a sort of consciousness, now we're a separate consciousness at this point that's about to go down and be in that baby, right? We're a separate consciousness. We plus our higher self plus our guides, those folks that are there with us, we make what is called a life plan. And this is the plan. It's not exact, of course, because everything changes in this reality. And one minute you're going one way, the next minute you're going the next, because there's so many variables here. But what the plan is really, it's kind of like, these are the lessons that I want to learn. And if I want to learn these kinds of lessons, maybe, for instance, my life plan could have been involved with loving myself, coming back to love myself and knowing who I really am as a divine spark of God. So if I want to come back to love myself and know who I am, then I'm probably going to be given obstacles to that, because you don't get a lesson unless you have obstacles, right? You only get lessons in obstacles. If everything's going along fine, you're laying out by the pool, eating grapes, being fanned, right? You're not going to learn anything. You need obstacles to learn. So in this attempt to love myself, of course, things are going to happen to me that are seeming to be that I'm not being loved, okay? And that I would not cultivate that inner love, right? Because I need to learn how to love myself. And I need to learn about my divine spark and get my powers back. So I'd have a lot of things that would happen that also would make me powerless, right? And you could kind of sketch out in your life plan, this is the kind of parents I want to have, and you're going to pick them exactly, by the way, at some point. And this is the kind of things that I probably want to have happen to me. And at the end, this is how I want it to go, okay? And we do that, okay? Now, we would normally do that every time we come back to a life. But historically on this planet, right, there's been an attempt to what we call put us into the automatic wheel of reincarnation. Okay, that's by the other side, the dark side, whatever you want to call that, because those ones who wanted to have control of the planet, and we've seen some of their delegates springing up the past 8 years, haven't we? The ones who want to have the control of the planet. So those individuals, but not the ones here, the human ones, but where they're coming from, the darker kind of beings that they're coming from, right, are saying they don't want people to go back to their guides and have a life plan and work it out, and then when they die, go back to their guides and make a life plan and work it out. So, because they know that that's access to us to actually get off the planet or shift the planet, I should say, to a higher dimensional planet, which then they lose the planet, and that really stinks for them, right? So they kind of cultivate a lot more pain and suffering than we would normally have. And we talk about how we fell from a higher dimensional physical reality, physical existence to a lower third dimensional. Okay, I talked about that in another video. But so those ones are really trying to make it so that we're all suffering a lot, right? You've seen that, right? Haven't we seen that with all this stuff the past 10 years? And it's been going on for hundreds of years, right? But we really saw it in our face, right? They just want us to suffer, because what happens is when you suffer and you die, automatically you have something that you regret and something that you wish had gone another way, or something that you'd like to try differently, or whatever. You have some kind of a regret or some kind of an attachment. You want to try something a different way, right? And that very desire, which is so strong when you faced all this suffering, when we've faced all this suffering, that desire is so strong that it bops us automatically back into another life. And by the way, there's no time in space, so it could be a life forward or back in time, but it's automatic with no time to really sit there and have a conversation with your guides and everything. And that's kind of what they wanted for us, because they didn't want us to get to the higher dimensions and bring the whole planet with us. So what has happened then? Well, what about your life plan and all this? Well, here's the way that works. Your life plan stays in existence as it is until you accomplish your lessons, right? Now, sometimes you'll go, when you pass, you'll go and you kind of adjust it, go to your guides and all, you'll adjust it, but you never have to fear, because if you don't have that opportunity to go back to it, to the guides and adjust it, it's going to be adjusted by them anyway. And they're still going to be like following you along, trucking you on to complete your mission. So I could say this another way. Since I was in that wheel of reincarnation for many, many, many lives, and I have remembered a lot of them, by the way, I think I've had this life mission to come back to self-love and know who I am and get my divine abilities and powers. I think I've had that for probably 10 or 15 or more lives, right? And that's been there. And you know that if you come to the end of your life and you're not content and you're reaching for something, or you're wishing for something, then you probably haven't accomplished your mission. Because if you accomplish your mission, and I got to that full self-love, and I got to that knowing who I am and all that, right, I would not have bopped into another life, because I wouldn't have been attached to something, right? It was only that feeling of having failed or wish I could do it another way, and all of that stuff is what caused those automatic reincarnations. So you'll keep this life plan in place. Ideally, you would go back after each life and tweak it with all your guides and your higher self. But if you don't do that, they tweak it, and then you keep it in line, you keep it in place, and they keep trying to assist you, and you keep going along through your different lives and going along, right, until you finally get to your whatever your mission is. And for a lot of course, the final mission for a lot of us is to finally pass through from the third dimensional consciousness back to the fifth dimensional consciousness, where we're back to who we are. So why do I tell you about a life plan? Because I want you to know this has not all been a chaotic mess with no meaning or no direction whatsoever. There is a lot of direction, and you knew what you wanted to do, and you've been going life after life, however many lives, to be where you wanted to be when you originally made your plan. So fear not. And you're in a good space right now, because if you're watching this video, you're probably planning to bop through to the fifth dimensional consciousness with a whole lot of other people. Otherwise, you wouldn't be watching it. So you're really, really, really close to accomplishing your mission. Everybody accomplishes their mission when they bop through to the higher dimension. That's just a given, okay? So, all right, beautiful ones. I'm going to send you this beautiful fifth dimensional energy. The love, the peace, the knowing, like that, like you know, that there's always been direction. There's always been guidance. There's always been help available for you whenever you need it. Sending it all to you right now. Namaste. I honor the God in you.